Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. Lost Latvian here with another episode, with another video. And this week we're gonna look back and do the top 10. Is it gonna be a top 10 in our honorable mention kind of video? Let's see. But yeah, we're here for one reason and one reason only, to find out which caps are my top 10 and will I have honorable mention as well for this month. So yeah, it's been a crazy month of March, and let me tell you, we have surpassed the most optimistic prognosis about how many subscribers my channel is gonna get. I'm currently at 2007, and I clocked in yesterday at 2006. So today is April 1st, April Fool's Day, but there's no fools here. We're gonna talk about the caps again, and I'm gonna show you every single one, what I have here. And I actually, let me set these ones down, and I actually have this little cheat sheet, what I have right in front of me. And if for my last, like for the month of February, I just kind of ranked my hats. It was just my opinion only, then this time I actually ranked the hats in 1, 2, 3, 4, in 5 or 6 different categories. I graded these caps. The first score was like overall look, and I ranked them 10 to 1, with 10 being the highest score you can get. Then the next category was the fit, how well it fits on my head. Like all my caps are 7/1/8. So it's gonna, and after they're curved, so I tried them all on, and gave a score on how well they fit. Then I ranked every single one also on how it was made, like if there's any kind of blemishes, if there are some loose threads, or the pin when you turn the cap upside down and looking inside, is the rivet right in the center, and anything you can think of, what the stitching are, and so on. So I ranked them in that way as well. Then the next category, how I ranked them, was how wearable they are, how easy it is to put on the outfit, and match your cap with your hoodie or shirt or whatever it is, or match it with also with your sneakers, how easy that is done, Then the next category was just me subjectively, like I'm looking at the cap, and I ranked it, how well I like it, and then I brought in this dark horse, as I was going through and making my notes earlier today, looking at the caps, which one I'm going to select for my top 10, I was like, well, if I only have my opinion, it's kind of not going to be fair, it's going to be kind of like, it's me and me only, so I wanted to bring in another person, and that person was my wife, so I laid all the caps out. I picked them out, no, don't get me wrong, I picked out the best caps from March, and I said, honey, look at these caps, and tell me which ones you like and which you don't like that much, and then just rank them, from the best one you like it to the one you don't like it at all, and kind of tell me why you like it and why not, So I took some notes, and then after that I made this sheet, with all the results, and so I tallied together all the scores, and divided by 6, which basically those 6 categories: overall look, and I'm looking at them, how well it fits on my head, how well it was made, how wearable that is, my subjective kind of like, like I would rank this one number 1. I don't know how to call it in English, but that's like my opinion, what should be the number 1 cap, and then also my wife's. So yeah, let's just go down the list, and then let me tell you, my original idea was like doing the top 10 and then do the honorable mention. It did not work out that way, I had a tie for the 10th place. The 10th place and honorable mention, they both had the same score, and then also the second place is shared as well, could not, after all the results were tallied together, the second place also was a toss-up between two caps, but we do have a clear winner. And yeah, so let me go one by one and kind of explain what's going on here. So like I said, there is no honorable mention here, so these two hats gonna come in as a number 10, and I will show you in no particular order at all. They both came in with the same results, but the first one what I got here, and total score for this cap, which is Colorado Rockies, what I got it from the Pro Image Sports Colorado. This guy came in, a total score was 46.5 and the average was 7.75. So the higher the score, the better it scored in total, the better cap it was. So yeah, this Rockies cap, and this is how I ranked. I will tell you the scores, how we got here. So yeah, this Rockies hat, and overall look, I rated it as a 8.5, out of 10. And then how well it fits, it fits. I gave the grade 10 because it really fits very well, it's not too loose, it's right where it needs to be. Ain't gonna get no headaches, no nothing. So it fits very well, So the next one, the next category was how it's made, and so I looked all around, looked at all the stitching, how center it is, the logo center itself, is it all lined up, and everything is good. So it scored as 10, I could not find anything wrong with the cap, so it scored as 10. How wearable this is, I ranked it as a 9, so it's not like you can pop anything on, like literally anything, so you got to think a little bit, but it's a very wearable hat, so I ranked it as a 9. And for me, this was actually my 10th choice, so yeah, it was just in my in a 10th place. My wife ranked this one quite a bit higher. For her, this one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 6th place was this one. Yeah, for me, this was the 10th place. So yeah, you see how it works. One person likes it better than the other one. So I think bringing her in decision making, it paid off. So yeah, this Rockies cap, it's in a 10th place for the month of March. And so tied with that hat, and also in a 10th place is this guy. It's the Hartford Yard Goats, Then you may be surprised, like that this hat actually ranked this low, It's a cool cap, don't get me wrong. It's a very cool cap, but results are what they are. So the Yard Goats, in overall look, scored 8.5, It's a good hat, but here's my thing, I'm not huge on minor league baseball in general, I think that the logos and whatnot, they're kind of childish-like, I like more professional look. But I mean, don't get me wrong, this goat is a goat, It's a freaking good-ass cap, how well it fits, I ranked as 10, It fits very well on me. I'm pleasantly surprised, how well it fits. Because for whatever reason, the minor league caps are always, for me at least, it's a 7 1/8, but they are kind of loose, like almost like a smidgen bigger than I need. But yeah, this one fits really nice. So how well it's made, I graded this one as a 9. I gave a score 9 because, and I'm just nitpicking here. If I look in inside here, I can see that the rivet is not right in the center. There were a couple. There's this little thread hanging here. I mean, I'm literally, I'm just being an a-hole right now. I'm trying to dissect this cap, but I want to be fair. So yeah, this one ranked as far as the. Now wait a second. How it's made was, yeah, 9. And then how wearable this is, I also gave 9. And I don't even know why I did it, but it also goes like, I wouldn't put this hat on like every day or whatnot. That's another thing. I would give a 10 what I would wear almost every day. So it's a very I mean, that score is like almost means nothing. But 9 is a 9. For this cap. So it's a great cap, anyways. So I ranked this one. I gave a score how much I like it. I gave a 5 out of 11, So it's kind of on a tail end, and my wife actually gave the same result. She gave the grade as 5, So it also came out as a 46.5, and an average result was 7.75. So these two caps, they scored the same result. The totals were the same, and they both ended up in a shared 10th place. So Hartford Yard Goats and Colorado Rockies. What do you guys think? Would you separate these ones? Would you like this one better or this one better? That's up to you. But my results are what they are. So 10th place for both of them. They're shared 10th place, Yard Goats and Rockies. So all right, so let's move on to the next one. And the next one is going to be a surprise to you, and it actually surprised to me too. I ranked this cap way higher than where it ended up. So it's this Red Sox cap. Like I said, I'm not huge on a camo, but for whatever reason, this cap, I totally love it, and I would have ranked, and I ranked it, this cap way higher, than it actually is. But again, that dark horse, that second opinion, it matters, and so this cap ended up in a 9th place. This Red Sox cap ended up in a 9th place. The overall look, I would give this cap a 9, just because it's a camo, and camo caps are not my favorite ones, but this one is a good one. So, but I couldn't give the 10. Let's put it that way. I just could not give the 10. As far how well it fits, I gave the rank the grade 10 because it fits super good. It's right where it needs to be. It's not too big, not too small. I love it. So the next category is how it's made, and I gave the grade of 9 because I saw some loose threads somewhere, but it wasn't a big deal, and I don't know about this side patch, that I also count in a category how well it's made. I would have picked something, I would pick those 2 socks, or the 1 sock patch. That would probably look better to me, for my taste. But anyway, so how wearable this is. This one, even if it's a camo, you can put it on with pretty much every outfit. I would wear this cap every day if I would have to. So I gave a 10, So I like this hat a lot. Then overall, I ranked this one as I gave a grade 9 to this, which is basically like my third favorite cap from all of these ones, where my wife, she did not like this cap at all. She gave only 1 point. And when I asked her, I said, why do you give this one a 1? And what the answer was, because it's a camo. And I can totally understand her, like she does not like all that army stuff or whatnot, she's just not into it. not into like the hunting or whatnot, and I get it, you know, I totally get it, and I happen to like it just for what it is. I think it's a cool combination. She did not like it at all, so that's what made this cap to drop, you know, and end up in the 9th place. So the total score was 48. The average score was 8. So 48 total. The average came out as an 8. So all right. So that's the cap, which ended up in a 9th place. A little bit surprising, you know. There's another surprise. In the 8th place is this White Sox cap, you know, from Topper's store. In my previous video, you know, when I unboxed them, you know, I told you that I could not separate this one for the Serpientes cap, and I still can't, you know, but yeah, here in my countdown, you know, in my ranking, my top 10, this ended up in the 8th place. What can I do? You know, I ranked in overall look, I gave a score of 10. You know, so I ranked it very high, you know. So the fit, the way it fits is a 9, you know. Now why I gave a 9 is because it's a little bit loose, you know. It is a little bit loose to my liking, you know. It fits well, but it could have been a little bit tighter, you know. So it is what it is. 9 as a, you know, it's a, Jesus Christ, a score of 9. The way it fits on my head, you know, how it's made. The next one, it's a 10. You know, I could not find any blemishes on this cap. You know, it's so very well made. Cap, this one was made actually in China. So I gave the score of 10. The next category is how wearable this is. And I gave 8.5, actually almost the lowest score. And why did I do that? You know, I mean, personally, I don't have any like good outfits I could kind of, you know, just pop it on and wear it. I do have it, you know, but it would take a little more time for me to think about it. What outfit I would wear with this cap. So I gave 8.5, you know. And also the overall score I gave to the cap was a 7. You know, so that's on a high end, you know, but my wife gave only 4 points. You know, she was not a big fan of this cap, and she just said that something didn't work for her, you know, like what can I say? Total score ended up being 48.5, and the average score was 8.08. So there you go. This White Sox cap ended up in 8th place. Let's move on to the next one. In the 7th place, look who ended up, which cap ended up in the 7th place. It's that Serpientes cap, you know. So overall, look what I gave was a 9. You know, the more I looked at it initially I liked it a lot, but the more I looked at it later on, you know, that blue, that whatever blue it is, that's not a navy blue. It's just like a regular blue or whatever. I can't even tell you. I wanted that color to be a little lighter, I would say, you know. And the black brim, I probably would have picked a different color. I can't tell you which one, you know, but maybe it would have been better with a different color brim, you know, not the black one. But anyway, so I gave a score of 9, you know. How well it fits on my head, it's a 10, you know. It fits perfectly, you know. It's where it needs to be. So yeah, it's a 10. How well it's made, you know, it's a 10. Also, cap is made very well. It's made in Bangladesh. So yeah, it's a score of 10. How wearable this is, it's a 9, you know. So you pretty much can wear with anything, you know. It's an easy match. I gave a score of 9 of 8. My wife gave a score of 3. She did not like this one that much, and she said that the colors didn't work, you know, for her. and she just didn't like the design or whatever, the Serpiente, you know, the snake. Don't know, she ranked it very low. So the total score for the cat was 49, average was 8.16, which placed this one in a 7th place. So yeah, 7th place, Serpientes. Moving on to the 6th place, and this is a little surprising to me. And so this cap, initially, I ranked this one as my honorable mention, you know. So I ranked this one as my lowest out of all of them, this Expos cap, where my wife gave the second highest. This one, her second choice, where mine, this was my least favorite out of these ones. So see how it can go and how it can impact where the cap actually falls. So overall, look, I gave this one 9.5. It wasn't a 10. I like the cap, you know, but it was just not quite 10. How well it fits, I gave it a 10. You know, it fits very well, you know, it fits very well. How well it's made, it was a 9.5. I think I saw, well, let's see, yeah, the center of the rivet, you know, for the button was not quite in the center, you know. Again, that's like freaking nitpicking. How wearable this is, 9.5. You know, this you can pop on with pretty much any outfit. And so, yeah, I only gave the score of 1 point out of all of these, you know, where my wife gave 10. So, total score was 49.5. Average score was 8.25. So, and that gave this cap a 6th place. For the month of March, 6th place, Expos. Moving on, the 5th place, smack in the middle, is this cap from Topper Store in Austria. This Brooklyn Dodgers has that nice Jackie Robinson side patch. And this cap kind of grew on me. The more I looked at it, the more I like it. I think the colors work very well. The brown brim, the green UV, white guts, and it's like the cream color crown. So overall look I gave was 9.5. How well it fits, I gave a 9.5, and let's see why. It's a little tight. I would have to, even like right now, it's stretched already a little bit, so I would have to go back and stretch it a little more because it's a little too tight. And I can tell you, like, if I would have to wear it like this all day long, I probably would end up with a headache at some point. So anyways, 9.5. So how it's made, 10. You know, this cap is made solid, made in Bangladesh. There's really nothing I can find, you know, no blemishes, no nothing. Cap's very well made. How wearable this is, 9.5, you know. I could probably give this one less just because I'm not a Dodgers fan, but it wouldn't be fair, you know. So it would be a 10 if it would be any other team. Since this is Dodgers cap, luckily it's a Brooklyn Dodgers, not the LA Dodgers. I gave it a 9.5, so it's kind of a BS, you know, but that's what it is. So I ranked this one, as far as the ranking the cap, I gave 4 points. My wife gave 8. She liked this cap way better than I did. So yeah, she said that she really liked this one. And she's really like a neutral person. She knows I hate Dodgers, you know, but she didn't give the score just because in spite, you know, or nothing like that. She just said it is what it is, 8 points. Total score was 50.5, average 8.41, you know, 8.41. This Brooklyn Dodgers. And all right, let's move on to the place number 4. And in a 4th place, and ranking actually surprisingly high overall, is this Oakland Athletics cap. The crown is wool, you know, so that's what kind of sets this one apart from the other caps, which are all polyester. So, in speaking about this one, overall look I gave was 9. I gave 9 points for overall look. And just because it's wool, you know, it's not polyester, and like, I don't know, because it's gray, you know, the gray caps do not sit well with me, you know, like, I like them. This one I like, but the gray, in general, gray crowns are not my favorite ones. So that's probably why I gave a 9 instead of 10. How well it fits, 9.5. Let's find out what's the deal. This one, it's close to 10, but it's a little too loose. A little too loose. 9.5. How it's made, how well it's made is a 9.5, and let's see, what did I find here? Probably there were some loose threads somewhere, because I can't really tell. It must have been a loose thread, you know, because the rivet is right in the center. But yeah, anyways, 9.5. And as far as how wearable this is, I gave it a 9. Again, gray caps are kind of like, you know, gray color in general is a neutral color, you know. If you would wear anything, everything gray, you know, you would look like nothing, you know. So, I don't know, gray is a weird color for me, therefore it's a 9. So I gave only 3 points for this cap, so it was kind of like down at the bottom, you know. My wife, this was her number 1, you know. So go freaking figure, she gave 11 points. She said it looks good, you know, and I was like, to myself, I said, are you biased because your dad won the World Series with this team? That's why you're picking this one as a number 1? But I didn't ask her. I doubt it. You know, she's very fair in her, giving her scores, you know. So it's just that she likes it, and maybe it's because the crown is wool that it stood out from all the other caps. I would have to ask her that, but she was in a hurry. She went to my son's house to drink a coffee or whatnot. You know, that was like a mother and son's Saturday. So anyway, so she scored it like this one was her number 1 hat. Total score ended up being 51 for this one with an average of 8.5. So that gave this cap a number 4 spot. Oakland A's. And now let's go to the top 3. And guess what? You'll be surprised, and I'm surprised. For all that trash talk, you know, what was on internet, like on Instagram and anywhere you went, you know, on forum pages or whatnot, people just said about this Yankees cap, what the fuck the new era were thinking. You know, this Yankees cap, with all these outer space kind of things, it was like what it was called, New Era Galaxy collection or something like that. But in reality, man, and I'm freaking surprised myself how much I love this cap, you know. With all these little things on it, you know, you would think that it would be too much. People said, you know, like if anything, only the Astros cap would make sense, you know, because of all the stars and stuff. When I looked at this one, you know, this Yankees cap just talked to me, you know, like, I was like, I gotta get it, you know. And once I got it in my hands, you know, I just couldn't stop staring at it, you know. And I curved the brim and everything, you know, and I popped it on, you know. It looks so freaking good. So yeah, this one ended up in a 3rd place, believe it or not. You know, that is how well it's done, you know. So yeah, I gave this one overall look a 9, 9 points out of 10. just because, you know, it's a little weird, you know, there's little things going on, you know, so I would not give the 10 because, like I said, I like clean caps for the most part. But yeah, that was just my opinion. I gave a 9, you know. As far as how it fits like a charm, man, you know. It fits very well on me. The size is spot on, 7 1/8, you know. It's not too big, not too small. Fits excellent, you know. How it's made, I gave 10 points. I gave really 10 points. It's made very well. No loose threads, no nothing. Everything is centered. Everything is cool, you know. Then as far as how wearable this is, I gave 8. So this is my lowest ranking as far as this cap being wearable. And only because, not just that I can't wear it, you know, but again, just because of all this stuff going on here, you know, which actually works with this cap a lot. Not a lot, but very well, you know. But something tells me, you know, that there would be people who would not like it, you know, and just keeping that in mind, you know, I just ranked it, gave 8 points, you know. It could have been more, you know. So as far as the overall, I ranked it, I gave it 6 points, kind of smack in the middle, a little on the upper side, you know, where my wife gave a 9 points, you know. This was one of her favorite caps too, you know. She was looking at it, and the first thing actually when she came in and she looked at all the caps, you know, and she was like, man, I like that Yankees cap, you know, but there's something about it, you know. And so initially she just saw like this side of the cap. And then when I picked it up and then she saw this planet or what, and she's like, oh, that's a little too much, you know. And that's how she backpedaled a little bit, you know, and gave her 9 points. But yeah, overall, this freaking cap is awesome, man, let me tell you. It's probably still sitting, you know, on New Era's website. Go check it out, buy it. You know, you will be pleasantly surprised, you know. As long as you can handle all this stuff around here, you know. Other than that, cap is made very well, and it will freaking look good, you know, trust me. So total score 52, average 8.66. So actually, you know what? This wasn't the third place. This is a shared second. There's another cap which scored the same result, you know. So yeah, it's not a number 3. This is a number 2, the shared second place. So let's move on and let me show you that cap. This Yankees cap ended up sharing the second place. And this is this Team Japan World Baseball Classic cap, you know, which I liked so much, you know. I freaking love this cap. So this actually ranks the same, you know. If I would have to pick between these two, I would definitely go with this Team Japan. But just the way my wife ranked this one, and I kind of ranked this on a high side too, the overall result was that now they're tied for the second. Cool, huh? So yeah, this cap, this Team Japan cap, overall look, I gave 10. It was my second cap, you know, I gave a 10 for the overall look. So the White Sox and the Japan cap both got 10. I really like the looks of it. The way it fits, you know, this is kind of a freaking Champions cap. It fits like a charm. It's a 10. How it's made, it's a 10. There's freaking nothing wrong with it at all. This one comes from Clark Street Sports. How wearable this is. While it's like this bluish gray, this is actually a better gray than that A's cap is. You know, let me show you the A's one more time. So I prefer this darker gray over this light gray. So yeah, so I rank how wearable as a 10. For me, this was my second choice. This was my second cap. Where my wife, she was second from the bottom, you know, can you believe it? She ranked that Red Sox the last one, and this was the second to the last. And I was like, why you don't like this cap? And she's just like, I just don't like it, You know, how freaking crazy is that, you know? But yeah, totally. Also, this one gave 52 points and the score was 8.66. So these two are sharing the second place, Yankees and this Team Japan cap. And now, here comes the winner. The cap of March 2023 is none other than this Chicago Cubs. Like, this freaking thing is so good, you know, that yeah, I totally love it, man. You know, I got nothing to say. I'm just looking at it, you know, and I'm just amazed, you know, how well this is made, you know, how good it looks, the color combination. Just because the front panel is different than the rest of the cap, you know, I like that kind of thing, you know. I like the front panel being different than the rest of the cap. You know, it's a super nicely done. Super nicely done. So overall look, I gave this one 9.5. And just because of this side patch. You know, this side patch, the pink, it kind of like, it's like a, I can't even tell you why I don't like it that much. Just because it's like a square, you know, like it's like a square, that white bear in there, I don't know if you can pick it up or not. You know, it's barely visible. Because the tones, you know, the white and the pink is pretty much the same. I'm looking on the cap, you know. But I don't know. Overall, this is fucking good, you know. The front logo, it's all raised. It's a right bear for me, you know. I love this bear. It's my favorite. Just the color itself, you know, it's a black crown with the white front panel, black brim, pink UV, gray bear, and the pink outline right here, and a white sweatband. Caps made in China. It is what it is. This is my number one. This is our number one, you know, like between two people, you know. Let me tell the scores, you know. Overall look 9.5, fit. He's a 10. It fits perfectly. It fits perfectly, you know. Actually, I would probably give 9.5 now when I'm looking at it. It's a little smidgen too big, you know, but that would not drive the score down that drastically, you know. It still would be in the first place. So the fit, let me see, I'm gonna degrade this one from 10 to 9.5. The how it's made, you know, it's a 9, you know, and the 9 is because of this side patch, you know. There should have been a different side patch. How wearable this is freaking 10, you know. I can wear this one with anything. You know, it's freaking awesome cap. So this was my number one cap, 2. You know, I gave 11 points for this one. You know, my wife gave 6. So the total score came out as 55.5 and average was 9.25. So if I now degraded this one, the fit-wise, by a half a point, so the total score would be 55, and then whatever. Let's see here. Let me grab my phone and see what the total score would be. So 55 divided by 6. So right now the total, the average score was 9.25. After deducting half a point, now the final score would be 9.16, with the second place being 8.66. So still, you know, huge lead, you know. So yeah, this Cubs cap, you know, was a clear winner for me for the month of March 2023. A lot of heat coming out, So yeah, guys, that was it for today's video. You know, here are all the caps. You know, check them all out one more time. Let's check them all out one more time. So yeah, let me tell you guys again, thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for letting it grow, and subscribing to my channel. For you guys, who are here right now and who haven't subscribed yet, just please consider subscribing to the channel. There's no secret, any YouTuber's dream is to get 1,000 subscribers so our channels can get monetized. Buying all these hats, and making all these videos, I mean, there are some expenses. I'm not bitching about it, but it would be nice, to have a little income from these videos, so I can get more caps, and keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not stopping, don't get me wrong. So yeah, that would be awesome, So let's set the goal for April. How about shooting for 300? I know that's too much, but let's shoot for 300. And if we get over 250 subscribers, for this month, that's gonna be a great achievement. Anything above, it's just completely excellent. So yeah, let's shoot for 300 in total. Yeah, but the minimum, let's set it as a 250. I'm at 207 right now, and it's April 1st. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching these videos. Let's engage in conversations. I respond and read to every single comment you guys make. And yeah, let's have a great weekend. And let's stay healthy. That's the number one thing, And yeah, that will do it for this week. This will do for the top 10 caps of March 2023. Thank you. See you next time. Lost Latvian out. God bless you.